Welcome back, fellow gamers. I want to talk to you today about winning and why I think winning sucks. I used to really love winning and went out of my way to be as best as I could. And a lot of it came down to optimizing gameplay, really paying attention to, whatever game I was playing, whether it was a card game, board game, video game. I really zoned in and concentrated so much on the aspect of beating my opponent. It made me realize that I wasn't having as much fun as I could have if I just sat back, played a game, but socialized with the people that I love, the people that are most important to me in my life, and the ones that I include in my social circle to play games with. It's one thing, to play a game, roll the dice, pay attention to every single person does for tells, leads, or whatever. I was missing out on a lot of discussion opportunities, just asking people how their day was and learning more about new people in the group. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a place and time for winning. And it's especially important for younger people to win and lose. Winning definitely boosts that confidence that people need to enter the workforce in society, or have confidence in themselves to talk in front of a group of people. And losing teaches you how to be humble. It also teaches you how to improve on aspects that might be lacking. So definitely there are places for winning and losing. But where I've pushed that aside and I've looked for experience. I've looked to experience things rather than just go for the win. Going for the win is a test of yourself, and that's great. You always want to test yourself. But I think at certain stages of my life, I've proven myself to be whether it's a good gamer, a good strategist, or just somebody who's able to react on the fly, change the game plan. And growing up, being in my 30s, gaming definitely is not over for me, and there will come a time where I need to bring my A game. But I always feel that kind of strips away the fun. And I look back at last April when I was training myself for the Grand Prix Toronto, and I built a deck that I wanted to compete with. And it was a competitive commander deck. I was going into the tournament. I was going to try to win the big tournaments, win the side events where we just fired off 4-man pods. And I built my Yusan deck and really fine-tuned. I made sure I knew every interaction of the deck. When I was doing a search for a creature, I knew the creature I needed in every situation. And the deck did great. The deck performed amazing. During that time, that 2-month period where I was really honing the deck and learning everything about it, I learned another thing about myself was that Magic isn't fun for me when I'm that type of player. But I feel that it extracts the fun aspect out of it. If you're really just looking at sitting down with friends, at the end of the day, this started out as a card game. I respect competitors, I respect pro players, but that's one side of Magic that I don't really like. And if you like it, kudos to you. You play Magic the way that you want to play Magic. But I look back at what my favorite time was playing Magic, and it's just sitting around with friends talking and losing some blowout games. My favorite memories are actually games in which I lost. Yeah, there's a few ones where I pulled off a cool combo, or my board was filled with my whole deck, and just those are cool memories. But the memories where I'm laughing the most is the time where I milled myself because I wasn't paying attention to the amount of counters on a certain card, and I just had to draw my whole deck, and we had a good laugh about it. Or the time we're paying the additional cost on Pact of Negation because I just completely forgot about it, and we spent the next 3 minutes laughing because I just laughed at one of my other friends who did that. It's those types of events, just laughing and having fun. And another thing, like looking back at video games, some of the worst games I've lost, and I've said the stupidest stuff in relation to it, and it's just like, yeah, like we're here to have fun and chasing those experiences and chasing those memories with my friends. At the end of the day, is what brings me the most joy. And when I'm winning, I kind of get bored. To me, it's not that it's a solved format, a solved game. It's that I found an optimal way of proceeding, and if I see that there's nobody that's able to combat that strategy, or they start mimicking that strategy, then it's like, okay, well, I'll try to change it up, and I'm going to take a few losses in order to try to break my own strategy. If you feel that games are wearing down on you, that maybe going to FNM seems to be a grind, build a jank deck. Talk to your opponents, have fun, that might help you reinvigorate yourself into the game of Magic, and you can go another round of competitive FNM the next week. Don't burn yourself out on gaming because you focused on just winning. Winning will be important in order to be able to test yourself, but don't sacrifice your free time and the time that you're investing into a game just for the sake of winning. Don't put that extra stress on you at all times. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done and you finish the game, you want to look back on the memories you've had. You want to look back on the good times. You might not remember all the wins, but you will remember the good times. And that's just my opinion on how to proceed with gaming. And definitely if you're a competitive player, I get it. You know, you gotta be top of the notch. If it's your job, your profession, that's what you gotta do. Sprinkle in some time for yourself though. Sprinkle in some time for, you know, if you're a competitive Smash player and you just want to start, you know, brawling with Mario, know that, like, yeah, you know, try Star Fox, or, you know, try Ganon. Mix it up a bit. Just have fun with some friends, because that, at the end of the day, was what drew you to gaming, was hanging out with friends, drinking a few beers, and laughing at each other. So I'd like to know what your favorite memory from gaming that didn't really involve winning was. Let me know in the comments. If you'd like to check out some of my other videos, you can do so right over here. And if you'd like to subscribe, which lets you know when we go live during our live streams, or when we upload new videos just like this one, you do so right over here. I'd like to thank you for making me a part of your day, and until next time, good gaming.